Hi, everybody. This is another example problem from one of the quizzes from before. This is problem 4 from winter 2013 to 2014 for quiz 1. And it's very similar to the video before, which was from a quiz from 2016. And in this case, it's still a tennis ball that is dropped with an initial velocity of 0 in a building that has a height h. And they tell you that it takes a time t to drop all the way down, and the question asks when the time is t over 2, how far has the ball traveled down? So as you can see, this is almost the same thing, except that now we're dealing with time, and instead of asking for how far you are from the ground, this time they ask you how much you travel, meaning how much are you from the top. But all the it's almost the same geometry. You can infer that they really like this problem, and you shouldn't be surprised if they put it on your quiz for this Friday. Okay, so to do this problem, we first recognize the kinematics problem, and that I can use the following kinematics equation. YF minus YI is the displacement. So to make things easier, I'm just going to call the displacement here D, or just the distance that it drops down. So I get negative D since it went down is equal to 0 because I started with a velocity of 0 plus negative G T squared over 2 to get the equation that D is equal to G T squared over 2. So conceptually, the important thing to realize is that the distance traveled is not proportional to the time. Therefore, when I'm at T over 2, I'm not going to travel H over 2. It's not gonna be that simple. So conceptually, we can see that if it takes me some time T to travel some distance D, if I were to halve the time, if I have 1 over 2 here, then here I should get 1 over 4, which means that I did not travel h over 2. I would have only traveled h over 4 in half of the time that it took to come all the way down. Another way to think about it conceptually is in the first half, I'm starting with a velocity of 0. I'm going very, very slow. So I'm going to say that again. When I start with a t equals 0, I'm picking up speed. I'm going very, very slow. But by about half of the time, I'm picking a lot of speed, and I'll be able to travel a much longer distance. Okay, if you're not getting that conceptually and you want to make sure you know how to do this mathematically, I'll show you how to do it right now. So the way to show this mathematically is, okay, you know D is equal to gt squared over 2 based on that equation. The time that they're talking about t, when I have the whole time, I get h. But you're trying to find a displacement unknown for t over 2 when you square that. So if you do the math, you know that gt squared over 2 is equal to h. So you get that the unknown is equal to h over 4. The same thing, that you did not travel half a distance, you only travel about a fourth. All right, so once again, this is a very similar problem to the one you saw in the previous video from winter 2016. So just make sure you know how to do this type of problems. All right, good luck, everybody.